There we go. Hola, hola, everybody, and happy Fridays. Instead of looking at the camera, I was a little smeared because of the tape I had on there. So, what is good with everybody's? Another gorgeous day out there, for real, for real. So, I get myself together. I'm gonna let you all do the same thing as well. This last night was a hell of an adventure. Went to bed early, all that good jazz. Didn't even eat dinner. I was so upset about because I wanted to slap a bitch last night. It's crazy. Had fresh tacos from the food truck. My boy fucking made me a fucking like a cheesesteak. He brought it in the room. At first I thought he yada yada it because I was in my own emotions. I gave it back to him. And I realized how fucking fucked up I was. Just mentally and everything. Then I saw Wallow post up a post earlier today that I reposted talking about people in their 40s. It's the saddest thing when you see somebody recovering in their 40s from a relationship. And that's me. That's me, hands down. I can't even believe I'm saying that. But yeah, that's a sad thing when you're 40 years young and you're finally figuring out what you want to do in life. You found yourself, then you think you found the love of your life, right? And then all of a sudden, God saying this is not meant to be right now, then you get pissed off. Then you tell God, I'm gonna whoop your ass. That's what I said last night. So I'm gonna beat your ass, God. You had me fucked all the way up, all the way. Had me saying you're gonna do this. You're gonna be patient. That's why I love my show now because nobody would do this. Nobody would do what I'm doing now. Okay, I promise you that. They would just disappear, you know what I'm saying, and wait maybe a week or two for hopefully people to forget, and then come back out with the photograph of them on a fucking mountaintop or something. Hey guys, I'm getting a new perspective in life, something like that. They would not come right away. You know, shit. They would come back the next day and say, yeah, I got my heart broken. Like, my heart was ripped last night. Okay, I'm not even front. My shit was ripped, stomped on, elbow dropped, Ted DiBiase laughed at, all that. Okay, I felt like this last night. Like that. So this is the first thing I'm doing. As soon as I got up, my neighbor walked past the window and said, hey, Zoe, what's up? You sleeping? I said, yeah, I'm sleeping. He said, hey, man, I'll politely fuck off. I said, don't worry about that. I said some joke. It was funny. He said, you want me, you want me to fuck off? I said, no, man, don't fuck off. Just fuck off politely. And he looked at me, gave me a thumbs up, walked off because me and him have that sense of humor. Okay, I had one of the most comfortable sleeps last night. But at the same time, I was very disturbed and perplexed. I just had a vision of me just with a gallon of baby powder slapping bitches. That's the worst dream ever. I was like, hey, how you doing? Slapping the shit out of bitches. And I had police officers chase me. He was like, stop slapping these bitches. And I was like, fuck you too. And then I just woke up. It was like me, George Clooney, and Brad Pitt was leaning against the wall eating his fucking famous Doritos or a sandwich. You know Brad Pitt nowadays. Always got to be eating something in the movie. That cat didn't say shit. He just leaned, looked at me with this little handsome grin. I ain't gay, but you know how Brad Pitt is. And he bit into a sandwich, and then I woke up. I thought we were about to pull up another Ocean's 13 mission. I was excited. I was giddy. I said, good, we can slap bitches and rob a casino? Hell yeah, I'm about it. And then blip, blip, I wake up to my neighbor walking past. Hey, Zoe, what's up with you? Thank God I wasn't sleeping butt ass like I was 2 days ago. I had the window all open. I woke up. D was hard as shit. Blanket was all up on the ceiling and shit. And I left the window open all night. I was like, oh, I'll be goddamned. So some neighbors may have had a good free showbiz in that bitch. But thank God I don't got a little Mickey Mousers, because if I did, shit, I would have been walking in the hallways and I would have been getting them awkward looks by the neighbors. Like, what are you looking at me like that for? Thank God they're looking at me like they want something. They're looking at me like they want to borrow some sugar. Yeah, you got some brown sugar? Only Life fans would pick that up. If you're a Life fan, Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, you would get that reference, all right? I forgot what that line is called. Don't cross the such and such line, boy. That movie all the way around is funny as shit. You just have to have a good sense of humor. And you will love that shit. Jangling, jangling. Rest in power, Bernie Mac, jingling, jingling. That motherfucker was funny as shit. Jingling, jangling. Yeah, so, that's what it is, man. I got back on here. I'm fresh as shit. I realized that, damn, I could have been making the biggest mistake of my life. Right? This is the first time in a long time I've been single and shit. I'm finally in celebrity status. I got all the baddest women out here. Not all of them. Some women just tell me to fuck off and I'll be happy about it. But I got a lot of baddies wanting it, brother. And I was just about to choose one. You know what I'm saying? I just got in this situation. I'm about to lock down one, which I was gonna do. I'm obedient. And even if Bastet makes a video today and says, hey, Alonzo, you were tripping. What are you talking about? I'm yours. I want yours. Then I will fucking still go that path that was cosmically destined for me. But the signs I was getting yesterday was clearly indications, and the writing was on the wall that, hey, Zoe, I'm good. I'm focused on my business. Okay, I love you, but I got to focus on my business. I think the inner spirit didn't want to hear all that because we were right at the finish line. That's like a broad just dropping her drawers right down. Everything's ready to go, and then you're about to do it. And she says, I'm sorry, do you got the key to the chastity belt? You know, like men, Robin Hood Men in Tights. You remember that shit? She lifted up her dress and she had the chastity belt on. I'm like, I'll be goddamn. I'll be goddamn. So let me find a little chisel and make a hole in this bitch because I'm sticking my dick in somehow. I'm just joking, I ain't that cat. That's called rabies. Saying we don't do that around. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing about me, man. You can ask any of my female friends. Alonzo's never forced himself upon me. He took baseball bats and hit me, and I woke up and I was like, what happened? But I never got. That's why I love this show. I can say some dumbass shit I've never did. I never did some caveman shit. You remember cavemans back in the day would hit their woman, drag them in the cave, and then that's how they would get their draws. See? Look at you, the origin of everything. That's crazy. I don't even want to go into that, but cavemen were definitely pulling the R's. They were doing a lot of R's back then, yo. But nobody wants to say that. Oh, that's just evolution. That's Marxism and shit. Yeah. We evolved from apes. Get the fuck out of here. You know what it is. If you know what it is, you know what it is. We found y'all in the Caucasus Mountains, okay? You guys are all healed. I don't even want to do that to you because I'm bringing back 2020, but I ask myself, do I give a fuck? Hell no, I don't give a shit. You already know what it is. We found y'all in the Caucasus Mountains. And we slid a doggy bowl right in the middle of the cave. That's right, Zoe. Talk your shit. I slid that bowl right in the middle of the cave. So go ahead and get yourself something to drink. Then my brothers and sisters walked in that bitch like, what the fuck is this? And then we're like, yeah, the Pleiadians did this. Pleiadians said for us to come up here because this is our cousins. They tricked us and the Arcturians and shit. Arcturians, you know what it is. And they made the spells on the Moors, and then we fell asleep, and we woke up in this size body. If you know, you know. All right, then. So we taught y'all how to walk and jump and jack and all that shit. So don't you ever forget where you came from. Don't you ever forget who found you. The Watchers found you, and they made you talk the alphabet. We got you walking straight. We strapped your back against boards so you won't be all hunchbacked and shit, like looking like Shrek out in this bitch and the donkey. Don't make me talk my shit on this Friday beautiful morning. And we got butterflies out there. You know I'm talking some shit. And it's some biblical shit. So if you ever get out of line, and I mean chronological, get out of your generational line, and you think you something that you ain't, me and my warriors, what's up, brother? Me and my spirit team of warriors going to remind you who the fuck you are. If you ever think you something else that you not, I'm going to bring you right back to the origin. I'm going to bring you back to the ghost of Christmas past, and I'm going to have your ass wake up in the Caucasus Mountains next to your fucking mother drinking out of a fucking bowl that we slid in that bitch. That part, motherfuckers. That part. Do I feel bad about it? Nah, because that's where you came from. Okay, then. Ask any Muslim or anybody, they gonna say, yeah, you came from the Caucasus Mountains. Yeah, the 5%ers ask them, yeah, you came from the Caucasus Mountains. Okay, then. Only people that don't know about their history is gonna say, Zoe, why are you talking about? You're offended, man. I got white friends. I don't give a shit who you got. I got white members in my family that know what it is. Okay, and everybody says, oh, you say you're Sweet McGeats and not you're Sweet McGeats, but you make fun of Sweet McGeats. But I got fucking family members that are Sweet McGeats, and we chilling and we having barbecues every other summer. I love everybody. Okay? So don't twist my words up. Okay? Shit, I got busy with the lesbian in 2019. Okay, I don't discriminate. I penetrate. I didn't fuck the girl, but she was busy. She was a baddies. It's like I found somebody from the L word, okay? I was messing with somebody from the L word, and I'm proud. And I never thought I'd mess with a lesbian, but I did. I'm going to give her a call, too. I'm going to give her a call back, say, hey, what you doing? And lick some more off her titties. You goddamn right it feels. It's a new Zoe today. And I was about to lock down. Oh, hell no, I'm back on the markets. Now your girlfriends and your wives are just rubbing their nipples slowly in a 360 motion because the boy's back on stage. Yeah, you guys liked me better when I was about to be taken. Yeah, that part. That's why I love myself. I'm Zoe, dog. I came on this bitch. You thought I'd be too embarrassed to do so. And I said I got my heart ripped out last night. And I'm telling you, I still got some baddies that wants to suck the dick. Okay? And I wouldn't be telling you that if I wasn't confident enough. But I got my shit in orders. I got my ducks in a row, babies. Okay? So anybody that thinks that they're blessed, Alonzo just lost this and that, y'all can suck on 3 kangaroo pogo stick dicks. Okay? That's what you guys can do because you can't knock down Zoe. You can't. I would love to see somebody try. Okay. Okay, that part. So Friday is beautiful. I got the angels. I got the Walt Disney birds singing on trees. The sun's bright, shining extra bright, looking brighter than the logo on the Raisin brand box. I got right in the kitchen next to my wife. I'm living my life to the fullest still. Shit, I hope Wonder Woman's still available. I hope the woman that's always in the gym working out showing that fat ass of hers is still available. I hope she didn't marry that UFC fighter. Okay, I seen y'all traveling around the world and shit. I hope you still available, girl, because I'm gonna put my face so deep in your cheeks. If you allow me to, boy, I'm gonna be sleeping for a year straight. Yeah. All you gotta do is feed me tangerines every now and then so I can keep my nutrition right, okay? While I'm snoring, just feed me some clementines. I'm about to grab me a clementine right now. That's the word of our sponsors in this bitch. Shit. Look at that. These are tacos and rice and beans that I was about to make last night at 3 in the morning. But I was so depressed. I went to bed. I was like, I'm about to slap a bitch. See, I don't even like using the word depressed, but I was last night. I was. Felt like I was in 4th grade again when that girl told me to fuck off. And then my dad told me in 4th grade, he said, Alonzo, there's plenty of women in the sea. I didn't even know what he meant by that. He said, Alonzo, there's plenty of fish in the sea. You better stop complaining about Kelly. You better stop crying about Kelly. That's what her name was, Kelly. She was about to go to Germany. So I was in Turkey, and I didn't have any clue about, like, the families that were there on certain missions. When I say missions, like certain timelines. So when we got to Turkey in 91, we met a family that lived across from us that was there from like maybe 88. So by the time we were there, she was about to leave to go to Germany. So I was telling her, oh my God, I just asked her out. She's about to leave. My dad looked at me like a little bitch. He said, Zoe, there's plenty of fish in the sea. And I was 4th grade. That's when my dad changed me from a boy to a man. He looked at me and said, stop being a bitch. You got plenty of fish. And I swear to God, that's why I give my dad knuckles now. When I see him next, I'm going to give him knuckles. He told me I was in 4th grade. I was like, hey, stop being a bitch. There's plenty of women in the sea. That's my dad right there. An OG. An OG told me that. And I was like, shit, I guess I'm a little bitch, yeah. Next day I went to school so puffy chested and I booked abroad too. That part. Yeah. Where's my clementine? Yeah. That part. I'm showing you the real Zoe ever, man. I can't wait to post this video up. Because you know how many people right now went to bed excited, coming up with scripts and skits to do that pertains to me possibly losing the love of my life? You know how many people just have skits right now ready to drop? And then this video is going to be on top of that. So they're like, oh, fuck, man. He still got his mojo. Yeah, I never lost my mojo, man. Oh, behave. This is Austin Powers. Oh, behave. I got the Austin Powers face while your bitch is looking right at me. And I called her a bitch, but she likes to be called a bitch. I'm talking my shit. And if none of y'all liked it, see me. See me. I'm open chewing clementines. So see me if you don't like nothing I say. Because it's true. Yeah. That part. So I hope that body broad building girl is still available. Because her cheeks are looking good. I'm gonna put my face so deep in them cheeks, it's not even funny. Oh, you nasty, Zoe. Fuck you. Well, fuck you back too. Okay? Fuck all y'all that hate the boy. That hate the brother. Because none of y'all is gonna get access to Genosha anyways. We gonna be partying, having our movie nights and all that shit, chilling, growing our own food. Having butt naked fiestas. You know the Burning Man festivals? We're just gonna have butt ass naked fucking We the Chosen One festival. Just run out there, just responsible sexual games. Yeah, that part. Oh, we going ham. As soon as that shit happened to me last night, I said, I'll be goddamn. That's the last time I'm getting disappointed. And if I get disappointed again, I'm Mortal Kombating somebody. Yeah, finish him. You goddamn right. I talked to God closely last night. I said, God, if this is meant for your grand cosmic plan, because you have something else better for me, then I'm all for it. But if this is some bullshit, I'm going to come up there and beat your ass. And then God said, come up here and try. I said, yeah, good. I was talking big shit to God last night. The guy said, go ahead. I'm going to let you talk your shit because I know you're upset, but go ahead. He said, go ahead and try to talk shit. This guy will beat the brakes off me. He would. People would beat the brakes off me. He would. But I like talking that big shit. Yeah, because me and God got that relationship. I was with her before she created time. So that's why I was like, you gonna give him free will? You gonna give these cats free will? And then God looked at me dead eyes. She said, if we don't give them free will, then they're just gonna be like us. I didn't get that at first. Like, they're supposed to be. But if they were like us, they would have no true appreciation for mortality. Oh, I gotta drop the mic on that one. My turn. Yeah. We gave them, we didn't give them free will. There'll be no appreciation for the evolution and the stages of life. That's exactly what it was. I can't even believe I remember that because I told God to fuck off. I said, yeah, free will. So that means I had a frog in my throat. So that means they can tell me to fuck off? Like, I was like, yeah, that's the power of prayers too. We're giving these humans a chance to reach our status. What does that heart do? I was like, oh, I see what you're doing. I got you. Because if we were all just gods, we would not even feel like we have to grow, right? True, we're like, we're the shit already. Yeah, exactly. So I wouldn't have grown. I wouldn't have cried and been thrown in jail from getting arrested and all that shit. No, man. That's why all of these lessons are not failures. They're just experiences. Everything in life is about what language you use and about your perspective. And last night I thought my world came to a crash until God said, get the fuck up. What are you crying like a little bitch? I wasn't crying. I was just blown. I was about to go to that person's house and beat their brakes off. I was like, if someone disappoints me again, I'm going ham. I'm not going to keep on letting this guy in the closet. They're like, oh yeah, he's in the closet. Yeah, you're a faggot, aren't you? I ain't a faggot, you're the faggot. And you know what faggot means? It means sticks, it means for kindling. So we can use that word faggot here. Because the origin of that word in the early 1700s means small sticks and kindling. Yeah. Just like gay means happy. Okay? That's why I say I'm gay every Wednesday, because I'm not gay. I'm not out here sucking dick and shit. Like some of you guys are. I don't mind it. Shit, I don't mind. You do what you do. But I can say I'm gay on Wednesdays with my sexuality intact because I know what gay means. It means happy. Faggot means sticks and kindling. Okay. You guys don't know shit. Not everybody. A lot of people. Forgive me. I may seem nasty and blunt right now. Some people may be so standoffish about that approach. Do I really care about that? Not at all. That used to be the nice Alonzo that used to care about everybody. And those people knew that I cared about everybody. So they took stupid advantage of me because they knew my heart would always fall for the, okay, it's okay. My stepbrother Cliffy used to always say, Zoe, I would love to see you whoop ass, but your heart always you get kind and then you forgive people. I remember him telling me that. There was this one guy I was about to beat the brakes off and I had every right to. And my mom's heart crept in. Like, you know what? No, you know his parents. You know this and that. And then once you beat his ass, then you got to, hospital bills and then this and that. It's just all this shit just came to me. Just like now, when I'm about to whoop someone's ass, the first thing that comes in my mind is the parent's face. I got to look at their parent's face. And like, what'd you do to my son? What'd you do to... Or the vice versa. They could be seeing me and I'll be like, hey, that's what you get for messing with my son. He put your ass in the hospital. I'll be sitting there like, you damn right he did. I'm proud of him. When I get back, I'm going to see him again. It's like Joe Pesci. I'm going to see him again. I don't give up. It could have been a humbling ass whooping, though. It could have been one of them humbling ass whoopings. Have I ever had a humbling ass whooping? Probably when me and Cliff fought during the Holyfield, the second time when Holyfield and Mike Tyson fought. I think he bit his ear off the second time. I think so. But yeah, we were watching the fight, and then we lived in the same room, and we were just getting at each other's necks, and then his mom was like, why don't y'all go outside and fight? And I looked at Cliff's chunky shoulders, and I'm like, oh, God, I ain't trying to fight this fucking mini tank and shit, but I got balls real quick. I was like, you know what, fuck that shit. Bring your ass out front. So we're out there dancing and shit. I was hitting him with a few jabs. He hit me with a few jabs. And he hit me with this one clean jab. I didn't even feel it. That's how clean it was. Like, shy. And all of a sudden, I just felt something wet down my face. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And he said, he stopped me. He's like, all right, so we got to go to the hospital. I was like, what the fuck you talking about, boy? I'm about to whoop. And I saw the blood. I'm like, oh, shit. And then he hit me on the top of my nose. He fractured it, luckily. And we went to the hospital. We're laughing about that shit afterwards. And his mom and Dukes, everybody was proud of us. Because I was brave. I thought I was about to get my ass handled out there. I was like, Cliff's big ass? You know, saying that's another form of bravery. I was like, fuck it, then. If he's going to whoop my ass, we're going to do it today. Okay, that's good, that's good. That's what we're doing. We're hitting each other. We were like, looking at each other, like, okay. So I hit that cat a few straight jabs. Like, hey. He ate them bitches up. He did, yo. Hey. I was like, oh shit, he ain't dropping. I was dancing, and then one day I almost fought his brother Bryant, which I think my boy Monty was about to drop me off at the house. And he said something slick in D.C., and he was sitting at the front doors with his arms are crossed, waiting for me to come out the house. I was like, fuck, I guess I'm going to have to fucking get my ass whooped to talk to that cat. I walked up to him with my heart beating so hard. But he changed his spirit because he didn't see me stray. So actually, by me getting out the car confidently, actually lowered his confidence. He's like, Zoe, don't worry about it, man. I'll get you that. Let's go inside. And I was like, damn, okay, you don't want to talk to me? Shit. I was scared McGarrett's. But hey, I faced my fear again. So this year is all about, every day is about facing fear. I don't need no woman to define Alonzo. I don't need no people viewing and leaving comments to validate me. God's already validated my ass. I'm the shit. Every time I turn on any social media, I promise you, they are talking about you, God, through me. Every algorithm will be about me. I won't find one single algorithm that won't be about somebody hating on me or complimenting me or changing their life about their relationships and about their perspective in life and how people are inspired by me. They have print. It's crazy. I don't even let it get to my head, but people remind me that I'm doing pretty good for somebody that was just homeless last year, for somebody that robbed the bank years ago, for somebody that knows was an asshole, that somebody that knows I love smoking weed, someone that told the job to fuck off and got, man, come on, I'm the shit. All the way around. That's why I look at some people now and say, how are you doing what you're doing now when I'm doing what I'm doing? And you've been with me for years. There's no excuse. Okay, there's no excuse. So I got personal shit. I told you to tell your personal shit to fuck off, did I not? Okay, then people are too scared to talk to their parents. Yeah. My own brothers are too scared to talk to my parents, so I went there my goddamn self and broke my own family generational curse because I couldn't leave it in my brother's hands to do it. Here, Marcus, go talk to Dad about this. You think he would have done that? Hey, Rico, go talk to Dad about this. You think they would have done that? No. They nervous. They still looking at him as pops. I'm looking at him and say, that's my homeboy. I was like, I'm going to talk shit to this guy. Me and my dad got the best relationships. Ever since 4th grade, he said, stop being a bitch, get out there and get your women. I'm like, all right, bet. Father and son relationship went out the window, especially when I ran away after I cussed out his wife. I said, fuck you, bitch. High as shit, you ruining my high in this bitch, I'll be goddamn. And I said it just like that. Then when she went downstairs and said, Robert, I got scared. I said, Robert, you better get your son. I was like, oh shit, Dad's gonna come up here and whoop my ass. So I looked out the Volvo outside when I was driving the Volvo. And all of a sudden, all right, I don't know whose house I thought about. I think about going to my boy's Ben's or Brooke's house. I was like, bet. I'm hollering at Brooke. And she answered the door all smiley, so I already knew she was going to let me in. I said, Brooke, I need a place to stay. She's like, go ahead, you stay right here. I stayed at her house for like 2 weeks. And then I had to go see my dad at Heckinger's and yada yada. The rest is history. We're 23 minutes in. But yeah, today is just the revalidation day of Zoe that I would never be knocked off my fucking pedestal. I would never be knocked off my fucking mission. I would still have my eyes on the prize. I don't care how many girls say, fuck you, Alonzo. I'm not going to marry you and I'm not going to operate with you. That is perfectly fine because there's plenty of fish in the sea. Thank you, God. And thank you, Dad, for telling me that back in the day. So when you told me that back in the day, Dad, I know what it was. I was in 4th grade, but I want to whoop your ass. I was like, go ahead, call me a bitch again. I will beat the brakes off you. And that's what I told myself until he gave me an Uncle Phil face. But yeah, when my dad said that, I was like, what you doing? I didn't raise up any bitches. So he gave me the face. Like, I didn't raise a bitch. There's nothing wrong about crying, okay? It's Just me and my family had different ways of talking to each other. And when he gave me that face in 4th grade, it made me man up right then and there. I looked at my drawers and I had a whole bush. I was like, God damn, I grew up quick. Yeah. And chest hairs, all that. I turned into a man overnight. Then he looked at me and was like, Zoe, you fat. We're going to do push-ups every night. That's what I'm saying. My dad was so blunt back then. He's like, Zoe, you fat. We're going to do push-ups every other night. And that's when I started doing 5 to 10 push-ups every other night. Yep. And I came back from Turkey in 94 and met Andy Stapleton and Zudo and Alex Lyons in art class. And then they started taking me out playing soccer and basketball every day. And then I started looking in the mirror. I was like, my love handle started disappearing. Like, you want to ride bikes though? You want to play neighborhood tag? We were some active kids. Damn right, Andy Stapleton, we always played basketball. That cat was nasty. I was like, this white boy getting busy on the course. No disrespect, but Andy was busy. Hey. I was like, okay, this cat, no, hell no. And that's when me and Andy got in a lot of arguments too, because I was egotistical. I was like, you cannot be as good as you are. I assumed, and Andy would be good at everything. Basketball, soccer, hockey, riding bikes, whatever it was, Andy was at. He still is. That cat was a mutant. He would morph into anything. I'm like, yo, Andy, you were the shit. He would holler at his boy Justin Daniels. We'd meet at the Crownsville Court? Carriage Hills Court, playing ball. Mike Lardis and all them shit came out there. We had a good ass time. Even though I wanted to fuck up Mike Lardis and Justin Daniels a few times. I love y'all, but you know, y'all some big talking shit cats back then. And I was in 6th grade and you guys were like sophomores and juniors and seniors. I was still talking big shit. And you know it too. You know it. You're like, how's this young cat? I was like, yeah, drop the ball. Let's talk. And that's why all this Crownsville kid like me, because I stuck up to everybody. I stood up and I said, fuck you, let's go. I don't care how big you were. That's one of the things too. The bigger you are now, the more I want to fucking hit your 6-pack. Hey. Like, I don't care how big you are, I'm going to fuck you up or get fucked up in the process. But when I come home and put the ice packages on me, I'm going to be proud that I fought a Goliath and I'm still alive. I'm going to come back out there too and talk to you. I'm going to punch you right in your kneecaps. Hey. I'm going to be like a goddamn Woody Woodpecker on your kneecap until you break down the size. That's like my dad said. If you fight someone that's bigger than you, break them down to size. Grab a 2x4 and hey, just like the movie Friday. The movie Friday, me and my dad were the most hypest at the end when John Witherspoon told Ice Cube, put down that gun, boy, and put your hands out. And then fucking Ice Cube grabbed that brick and threw it right at Debo's head. Bam! Me and my dad both stood up in unison. That's right. Yeah. And then John was like, yeah. And Ice Cube was like, hey. And then he had that girl at the end. Everybody was like, oh shit, you got knocked up. Oh yeah. That movie scene is still my shit. So anybody big that wants to say anything, I just put myself in Ice Cube's shoes and I see Debo getting his ribs just softened up. Hey. I don't give a fuck. I'm ready to whoop ass. I fight for mines. Yeah, that's why this show called No Filters the realest ever, hands down. I'll tell your moms to fuck off. I'll tell whoever to fuck off. I'll tell the FBI to fuck off. I'll tell the CIA to fuck off. I'll tell everybody to fuck off because they know what it is. Okay? They made this fucking false-ass society to keep us from knowing that we're gods. That's why I can easily say fuck off to any of the alphabet boys. Because they know why they have us in the position they do. But the gig's up now. They know what he are. I got the government studying me right now, but they know my lineage. They're like, oh my God, that's the Forsaken one. That's the Golden Child. That's the one we read about. Yes. I'm Thoth. Okay? I'm the one who can decode the emerald tablets. Put them in my hands and watch them bitches blow up. So all you fake ass fucking scholars that said you decoded it, you lied. Again, you don't know what the fucking emerald tablets say. Maybe to a degree, but you don't know anything. Because Thoth set that tablet for me. He set that up for a future generation. He was like, this is not even for me to decode. I set this up for that future generational soul to wake up. And bam, those tablets are mine. I'm finding out a lot about who I am. So do you guys know who you are? I don't think so. So yeah, emerald tablets, I'm going to be holding them bitches soon and reading the shit out of them bitches. And doing a few snaps and then the world's right back to it. And I can't wait to find out who my baddie is next to me while she's rubbing the emerald tablets. Oh yeah, so go ahead and do this. All right, so I got baddies out in this bitch. Thank you, Brittany and Cosmic Wifey last night for that validation. I thought you and her were riding together, but I don't think you two are riding together no more. That's what I'm saying. That is what happens with isolation, and you've been gang stalked so many times that you have your own interpretation and your own vision of what you think's going on in this internet world. And I thought Brittany and Bada Bings were close and friends. They used to be, I guess. Maybe they still are. Or maybe they separated over the times. She only named out 3 influencers that she rocks with. I was like, I thought you would drop off. But see, that's why I need someone to call me and tell me what's going on so we can stop all this assumption. I may be totally wrong about fucking Bastet right now. I could have misjudged everything last night. And the devil's like, I'm going to make sure you get confused so you can snap and you push the people that love you out of your life. Like last night, I was about to push somebody I really loved out of my life because of the timing of everything. It was like an eye twitcher night. I had somebody drop off something. He only dropped off one of the items out of the 7 bullet points. I'm like, okay, all right, well, bet. I'm going to go inside and get some money from Bada Bing. And then that cat didn't have no money. I'm like, okay, so where is this? What is this? You know, what? You know what I mean? I was like, well, where did he do that at? I would love to find a hotel that I can walk up in that bitch and say, I need to stay here for the night. Fuck your fee. And they say, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Go ahead and shit down in it. You are Wi-Fi. You know, I was twitching. I was like, I'll be goddamn. And then all of a sudden, God showed me a goddamn monologue or a montage, if I'm saying that right. Right? Is that what that's called? Basically, like a comic book strip of all the good shit that cat did for me. I'm like, ain't that a bitch? Stop showing me the good times. I don't want to be mad. He's like, yeah, go ahead. You can't be mad at this cat. You can, but you can't. You can beat his ass for the lack of communication, but really, you really can't. I was like, that's how mad it was last night. But then I realized that's an angel that just happened to be placed in a devil trap. You know what I'm saying? The devil knew what was up. He's like, okay, I'm going to put an angel right here. You're going to snap at this, and then hopefully you snap at your angel friend, and then you snap at the girl, and then you're back to square one. That's what the devil really wanted me to do. That's why I went to bed early. I was like, I can't even eat. I'm upset. I smoked like a few L's. I couldn't even enjoy those bitches. I was like, damn, the love of my life is got yanked away from me again? And then Frank Castle came out. I was like, you know what? If someone disappoints you one more time, we're going to just Mortal Kombat these cats. I didn't give none of you guys permission to disappoint me, and I can say that on my chest. Like, I didn't give none of you guys. And I know, like, who are you to tell me? Watch, I'll send my spirit team right to you. Say something to me. I can feel you through the camera. My spirit team don't play. My ancestors don't play. You know how a lot of my ancestors got their lives robbed from getting their ancestry. I said that wrong. Inheritances, their royalties. They got robbed and snuffed. A lot of people manipulated them, okay? Now, they're living through me, and they said, I'll be goddamned if we're going to let anybody talk shit to me or anything. We're getting what's ours, and God already had the full confirmation, bitches. Is already man. I'll be damned, my ancestors getting what's theirs. I mean, all it's fully, what is it, restoration. That's what it is. God said, yeah, like, I wanted to use the word restoration. Meaning, God said everything's finally, it's been fully restored. Okay? Everything that has been taken has been fully restored to your ancestors and you and your family. Everything. So, forgive me, that orange or the tangerine that crushes, whatever. But yeah, that's where we're at now. So like, I'm going to be unapologetically Alonzo on here at all times. I am tired of people being nervous and shy around me because I've never been a shy person. Okay, if you're not emulating like Alonzo emulates, I can't fuck with you. I really can't. It's like, I look at you as weak. I was like, why are you doing this when I'm not doing this? They tell me their excuse, like, I don't care about your excuse because I would have been in that same situation and would have settled it. That's what I'm saying. Like, my family has been into some shit, and I dealt with it by going in those uncomfortable rooms and telling people to fuck off and telling people you would do this and you would do that. And then I had a few people swing at me, and then we fought, and then we corrected that shit. I'm not going to let something just say, okay, well, it is what it is, and then expect my next family to be cured. Fuck no. If my dad's being an asshole, I'm going to talk to him like I have. Hey, Dad, you need to straighten the fuck up. Look at this woman's heart you broke over there. This is fucking continuing. You about to get your ass whooped by who? By me. That's who. Shit, I caught my own dad trying to steal candy, and I grabbed him like Batman, collared in his own kitchen. You damn right, in his own kitchen. I said, you go ahead. And you keep on going against what me, Damani, and Brooke, and Dad, and Marcus, and everybody's doing for your diet. You want to sneak off at night when you think we're sleeping to eat candy and to raise your to raise your cholesterol and your gout again, and then you end up going back to the hospital again with all the hard work we're doing. You do that again, I'm gonna put a padlock on your own fridge and I'm gonna beat your ass. I said that to my own dad and it felt great. He looked at me with the eyes wide open. I was like, yeah, I caught your ass. And you do it again, I'm gonna beat your ass. Yeah, that part. My dad has the most respect for me still to this day. And my brother still treat him like a father. Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. I'm like, hold up. Hold up. This ain't your dad. This is your patient right now. Until your dad can get up and walk for himself and wipe his own ass, that ain't your dad no more. That's your patient. And that's how much of an asshole Major Paynish I am. That's what keeps me strong. I'm like, fuck that shit. We're going to get you back to your 30 years, to your younger self. I don't like using the O word. We're going to get you back to a period of state where you remembered how strong you were. All right, my dad's a shit. Okay, I can talk to him like this because we got respect. And when I talk to him like this, he finds extra surges of strength. Because I let him know, I was like, this ain't the father. I know you. Get your ass up. You don't need no help. Get your ass up. And he's like, all right. That's all it is. I don't like looking at shit that looks weak. I don't like, who is this? Okay? You better get your ass strong again. I don't like no weakness. I don't like nervousness. I don't like depression. And I found myself in a depression. I whooped my own ass yesterday. So what the fuck is this? You gonna go to sleep and you gonna get up and you got all these baddies out here that still want your dick to this day and you gonna be upset by one? I was like, you damn right. I'm upset by one and I got all these. What the fuck am I wrong with me? I went to bed comfortably. And I'm getting up comfortable. Man, fuck that joint. All due respect, fuck that joint. You wasted my time and energy. We got this close. I was about to bring you to Genosha, and then you want to focus on your business? All due respect and focus on your business. Go ahead and focus on your BI, all right? Because I don't even understand what the fuck you got more important than what God got. That's like Noah telling God, I am not building the ark right now. I got some other shit to do. You know what would have happened to Noah? He would have been underneath that water over there about... and would have had another family on that ark with all the animals and shit. And then after, I think what it was it the 10th? Like 155 days later, something like that. Or on October 10th is when the water subsided, and then you saw the tops of the mountains and stuff like that. Then Noah sent the bird out there, and the bird didn't come back. Or the bird came back, that means there was no land. And then he sent another bird out there. And then the bird came back. And I think he sent the bird out there for the third time. The bird didn't come back, so that means the bird found land. And then bada bing, and they landed on Mount Zion, I think it was, if I'm saying that right. Wherever the boat of Noah's was discovered. And then he rediscovered life and bada bing, him and his sons. And you know the rest of the story. Okay, then. That's basically what God gave me that big of a mission to do. And I'm supposed to bring all the animals, male and female, on the ark so we can restart life again. We are restarting this generation and raising up the frequencies. We can't have nervous, weak-ass humans on this bitch not knowing they're gods. Okay, that's why I keep on asking God, can I get my fucking Thanos stones? These people are wasting my time, my energy, my breath. They're scared slaves. They can't talk out about shit. They're worried about the politics in this world they're living in. I'm looking at it, why are you guys worried about that shit? This is paper money anyways. Okay, you got families, you got married, and now you're worried about this shit when I told you not to worry about it. Now you're nervous. I don't give a fuck how nervous you are. Get yourselves together. That's basically what it is. Get yourselves together because you have the power anyways. And you gave your power to the government based off your fear. That's all it is. You don't even know what you're doing. You just, okay, well, you told me to do this. I'm going to jump. I'm going to get some fun. I'll be right back. But you guys disappoint the fuck out of me. Worry about politics and shit. Fuck you worry about politics? I told you you're gods. How the fuck is a god going to worry about a politic? I wish I could jump in everybody's body right now and just feel how they really feel. You nervous? I'll beat the brakes off you. Like, I want to jump in people's bodies right now. Because how I feel, I don't even know how to feel that way anymore. I used to be depressed. I used to be not knowing what I wanted to do until 2020. Thank you, Rashad Jamal, telling me I'm a goddamn god. And I looked at myself, I was like, oh, that's why I was lost. Because I thought I was a human and I had to follow man's laws. I was like, fuck that. Look at my transition in 2020. Look at that bitch. I snap out of it. What the fuck? I snap all the way out of it. I still have friends now that are surrounding me, and they're still humans. I'm like, oh, you what? That's why I cut them off. I told guys, like, I can't have nobody that's not like Alonzo, that don't get on there and talk their shit and got problems in life still. Really, if you got problems in life still, I'm like, you gotta go. You gotta go. Or give me your parents' numbers. Give me your parents' numbers so I can fix your issue. Or give me your boss's number and I can fix your issue. No, Zoe, don't do that. You know why? Because I'll call him and say, are you Mr. Johnson? Hey, fuck off. This cat ain't coming no more. As a matter of fact, I want you to pull out all the money you got in your pockets because this guy or this woman that worked for your job is owed a lot more than what you've been giving them. Or her. Them crumbs, you know what? I want your whole shit. I want your social security. I want all that. That's going to that employee. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm that guy. You guys are too human for me. Too human. I don't even understand what the fuck y'all are doing at all. It's like it really makes me mad to look at you guys sometimes. It really does. Like, what the fuck? Depression, sad? You're worried about the politics? Did I not tell you you're a fucking god? You know, that's what pissed me off. Didn't I not tell you how to get out the jurisdiction and people are still talking about the problems and taxes and shit? It's like, you guys are done. You're done. You guys are looking at me like I'm not somebody that has the information because I smoke weed and don't have shirts and I said I'm a black god. You guys already dismissed me and everything I tell you. And then you find out that Alonzo was right the whole time, but you just don't let your pride and your ego admit that. So you guys disappear. You avoid me at all costs. So you guys can say, oh, you're right, Zoe. So when I bump into you at Home Depot or somewhere this summer, which I'm probably going to do if I'm still around, you guys are going to have one or three things. Hey, Zoe, how you doing? I got to go. Or I like your shit, you're crazy. Or I don't like your shit because I don't agree with you. Whatever. But you guys are going to be so uncomfortable because a lot of you guys are fake. Okay, you're just fake. You talk about me to your friends. And then when you see me in public, you have that fucking cheesiest, fakest smile I've ever seen. Hey, Zoe, how you doing? I was like, no. As a matter of fact, I'm going to call your ass out. That's what it is. I'm just going to call you out in public. You want to make me embarrassed or try to make me embarrassed in public, I'm going to embarrass your ass in public. That's what it is this season. It's like, you know what? How's your husband doing, by the way? But you guys don't look happy at all in your photographs. You don't look happy at all in your photographs. I'm that guy. Because you damn right. I'm just tired of you guys looking at me like, he's just my next door neighbor. I don't get it. Because I keep on playing the opposite roles. And I said, if you guys were in my shoes, I would be nothing but supportive. Really, nothing. I would be sharing your videos. I'd be the first one to comment on that. But, oh, yeah, man, you from Naptown. Fucking right. Go ahead. Like, for real. And I'm showing people love like they're in my status. And they are. That's the thing. They are. You know? Everyone's a fucking celebrity. I'm only talking shit to you because I'm looking at who you really are. And you guys are looking at yourselves like you're this. So I'm like, all right, you gave up on yourself. You're a yuffer. You're a failure. You're a loser. Kill yourself. Literally, kill yourself. Like, I don't even care no more. If you're wasting my time, you look nervous and sad, kill yourself. Literally. Because you can't die anyways. You can't. You will just wake up somewhere, oh my God, and you'll start another life. Because you guys now at this time, stage, I was like, what? I turned it up and I didn't like my life. And I turned that bitch up quick. I was like, God, hit that Adam Sandler click button. We need to expedite this bitch. And we did that bitch. I can't even believe I'm looking at some of the people now and they haven't gone nowhere since their last year. Nowhere. I was like, Ash, yo, you haven't moved a notch. And I've been just battling. I haven't had... Well, I think about it. I haven't had much sleep at all because I've been getting it. And I'm like, yo, my future is going to be this shit. My generational wealth is going to be this. I'm not going to work again. I'm not filling out another application. I'm not having my stepmom tell me, hey, you better get a job. I'm not having nobody tell me. I'm getting my fuck you money. And I got that. I got fuck you money. Nobody's going to say, oh, you got to do this. No, you don't. No, I don't. Not at all. I don't move on your frequency. And that's the secret too. When you have a job for someone else, you got to move on their frequencies. You got to make someone else rich and come back home and hoping you're going to have enough energy to get back to work without getting fired. But if you get fired, that cat that hired you don't give a shit because he got a million other people standing in a single file line to get another job because they don't know what they want in life. So they're just waiting for Mr. Ronald McDonald, whatever his name is, Ray Crawford. God damn it, the guy that owned fucking Ray Kroc, the guy that owned McDonald's, waiting for another Mr. Ray Kroc to call you. Say, hey, you got an interview on Monday, come on in. That's all you guys are waiting for. You can't even jump in your own skin and find out that you've been this shit the whole time. You're waiting for another Mr. Stevenson or Miss Johnson to tell you who you are, when you can work, when you can get pissed, when you get pissed, and when you can get a paycheck. That's all most people are doing these days, is who can lead and follow the best. And this 44 minutes in, so I'm about to wrap this bitch up while I smoke this motherfucker. But I can't believe I dropped another banger. The realest shit ever. Never embarrassed. I tell you what it is. That's it. That's really it. I'm dropping off like that, and I'm going to take me a nice cosmic shower, and then I'm going to think about all the baddies that I'm going to have my hands on their titties. And all them cheeks that I'm going to be squeezing, and all them cheeks I'm going to be spreading apart. Because I'm a nasty bastard. Are you that nasty? Yeah, but you love that freakiness. And we wealthy as fuck. I just make whatever. I'm going to smoke. Relax. Because I know I'm the shit, just like you guys are, once you wake up and find out I've been the shit the whole time. Yeah, you have been. And I've been letting you know the whole time, too. I'm not sitting here just boastful and shit. I'm being boastful to the degree so you can look at me and say, oh, fuck you, I'm the same way. That is what I really want you to do, and make a video cussing me out. And I'm like, yeah, that's right, talk that shit. And I wouldn't even be upset. I would be proud of you. Like, there he goes. There she goes. That's what I'm talking about. Tell me to fuck off. That's mainly what these videos to do, is to get you to snap out. You're like, if Zoe can do it, I'm going to do it. And you get up there and talk your shit, and then I look around like, man, we got a whole bunch of, I can talk your shits out here. Then the government's going to realize that too, and oh my God, we can't stop them. There's too many, there's too many Alonzos out here. You know what I mean? But y'all just want to keep on following Uncle Sam's laws and shit, and following these man-made laws and rules, and then they're keeping you right here. But I love it. I can't wait to release this video so I can see those girls that fucking lost out on this big dick and all that shit. The biggest dick, too. I got one of them nice dicks that'll fill your pussy up nice. Did he say that? Yes, I did. I don't give a fuck. Got them big D's. I got the mushroom caps that women love. So, yeah, think about it. I'm the shit. I would never not say I'm not the shit, like you guys are. Oh, I yuffed. I rolled this bitch up. Okay, whatever. Maybe I didn't need no fun on that joint. But yeah, that's it, man. Stop making me disappointed. Get the fuck out of here if you are. You don't know if you're a god or a goddess. Get the fuck out of here, okay? You don't know how to do your self-development journey, shadow work. Get the fuck out of here, okay? You don't rock with God's mission or Alonzo's frequencies. Get the fuck out of here. If you're still depressed, don't know what you want to do in life, and you're fucking almost done your life, get the fuck out of here. We don't deal with nobody around there like that. We just can't. We cannot. There's no excuses no more. There's none. Okay, I gave you all the excuses. And if I surpassed every excuse that I made up for myself, there's none that you have. I told you. You have a problem in your personal life, tell me what it is, I'll fix it. Now, how can you fix it? Because I'm with God. You think you know everything. I do when I'm with God. God says, seek and you shall find, and ask you shall receive. That is how it goes. That's exactly it. How do you know everything? Because God told me it. I told you I don't know shit until God tells me. Look up my videos. And then if you really want to get in depth and see if I took courses on any of this shit, you would find out I didn't take any courses on this. So you would ask yourself, how did I acquire this knowledge? It's a download. It's from the Cosmic Records. Once you're in tune, you're in tune. This is not hair. This is ether. These are antennas. You guys don't know shit. That's what's it. You don't even go outside and